back, we're gonna have some fun. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. Baby, baby, tell me true fact, will you be waiting when I get back? Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. I told the warden you'll pay my fine. It didn't seem that he paid me no mind. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. The good things you have done I can't forget. If you're with me, baby, it'll be my death. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. I love you, baby, whole heart and soul. Stand by me until I get my parole. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. Careful, baby, while I'm gone. You can't be good, I'll be gone too long. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. Honey, I'll be out of your way. No longer will you be scared of me. Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. Baby, baby, tell me true fact, will you be waiting when I get back? Up the river that is gonna do a stretch. Alright, you just heard me doing my version of Blind Blake, doing a stretch. And I think it's a kind of special Blind Blake song because it's one of the few songs he plays in the key of F, which is not what you call a fingerstyle friendly key. And although there are more keys, songs in the key of F than you think, and in the video description below I placed a link to a forum, Weenie Campbell, where they discuss more blues songs in the key of F, if you're interested in that. Now, I tapped out the whole song with variations, and you can download it for a limited time for free at my website. And eventually I will place this song in one of my lesson packs, but that will take many months. But nevertheless, if you really want it for free, better download it and print it out or put it in your computer. So the key of F, and with a capo on the first fret, and we'll consider the capo as the 0 fret, of course. So if I say first fret, it's the 2nd fret, but with the capo it's the 1st fret. Standard tuning, and let's grab the tab and let's see how the introduction sounds slowly. So we're starting with an F chord, and I'm taking it either with a bar chord, it's your E position moved up 1 fret and then the bar on the 1st fret, or you can use this But you get in trouble then because we're using double basses on the 5th and 6th string, so best is in this case, in this bar anyway, to use the bar chords. So we're starting with, that's a double bass there, open, and then we have a B flat chord. Well, the 3 chords we're using is F, B, B flat and F7. And the B flat chord in this case, I grab it with my index on the 5th fret, the 5th string 1st fret, and my pinky covers strings, the strings we need, that is the 4th, the 3rd and the 2nd string on the 3rd fret. And it's a logical move because from F2 it's the least movement and the most economical. You can also use this one or a chord like this, or a bar chord like this, but I think this one is the most easy one for me anyway. So the 2nd bar, and then we have a B flat diminished. It's 3rd fret 2nd string, 1st fret 3rd, 3rd fret 4th string, and the 5th string on the 2nd fret. And then we go back to an F, and then I grab it like this. Or you can use the bar chords. So let's play the first 3 bars once more. Again, there, double bass. And then we're going to a C7, sliding into the chord. Bending there, the pinky. And then, when you play this note, the last note of the 4th bar, you're already in your F chord. And this one, I'm grabbing with the thumb over the 6th string. And then we do a turnaround, 3rd finger and a pinky sliding to the 5th fret of the 3rd and the 6th string. And again our F chord, grabbing with the thumb wrapped around the 6th string, 1st fret. And then we have a hammer on, and I'm picking it only once. So I'm picking it now, the open string, and then an upstroke, or a C7 chord, and a downstroke. So let's play that 2nd line, the 4th, 5th and 6th bar again. And note that the turnaround is kept short. Alright, then we're starting with the verse. Sorry. That was the first 4 bars. And I'll sing slowly with it, so it has more sense then. I had a fall, 5 to 21. When I get back, we're gonna have some fun. Pretty much what we've seen in the introduction. So we are having an F chord, down strum with the nails. And then I'm changing, well, to make it easy for me, a partial F chord, and mainly to get to that open 5th string more easier. And then our B flat chord. Again, that B diminished, and then we're going back to a F. And then a G7, do that with some vocals again. I had a fall, 5 to 21. When I get back, we're gonna have some fun. Up the river, Daddy's gonna do a stretch. So when we go to the G7, that's, well, and then you can play either the 5th string, 2nd fret, or the 3rd fret, 4th string. I do both sometimes. Then a C chord. And let it ring in the 8th bar. I'm using a partial F chord here. Then back to another partial F chord. You can do whatever there you want, of course. You can already grab this chord as well. It's simply that I don't like to take with my index finger half bar chords, so the 3 strings gives me a little bit of pain there. So I do other things, but always do whatever is comfortable for you. And if it works, if the end result is okay, then keep on doing it. I'm keeping this hair short, like that, picking with the thumb and 2 fingers, and lifting the left hand a bit to mute the chords. Then back to our B flat chord, B diminished. That's an F. You can do the bar chord as well. And then we're going to the C7, which we've seen in the introduction, but we don't do the bend there. And then bars 5 and 6 are exactly the same now. The turnaround. Sometimes I do the turnaround. Exactly the same positions, but different in the right hand. And again, that walk into the C7 chord. I'll do the verse now completely with vocals so you can have an idea. I had a fall, 5 to 21. When I get back, we're gonna have some fun. Up the river, Daddy's gonna do a stretch. Baby, baby, tell me true fact. Will you be waiting when I get back? Up the river, Daddy's gonna do a stretch. Now, Blind Blake, the original recording, I placed also the link to that in the video description. The original recording is a piano-guitar duet, and Blake plays, well, the verse he plays always, it just comes straight 4 to the beat. So I had to change that because I'm playing alone without the piano. The piano does the most of the work during the singing. So I had to change that, and so that's been my own arrangement there. Okay, then every verse is the same, except in the 2nd verse, where we're going, good things you have done. There you have to sing a bit earlier, and I'll sing that 2nd verse until that spot. I told the warden you'll pay my fine. It didn't seem that he paid me no mind. Up the river, Daddy's gonna do a stretch. The good things you have done. You see, the good things you have done. Here you have to start singing a bit earlier, otherwise there are too many words for a short space. afterwards, and it doesn't fit. So that's the only verse where we have to, where I, in any case, start singing a bit earlier and just like that, just to keep it, let's say, in rhythm. Otherwise, well, the meter of the words is a bit awkward anyway. And you also heard, of course, there are variations, like I said, every verse is the same, but there are variations in the fills that I do. And you can see on the second page of the tab what I do there. So I have one, and then again we go on with bar 9. So it's bar 7 and 8 that are always different. And the other one is, which is quite difficult maybe. Anyway, Blake doesn't do that. Blake keeps in the first verse. So you better start with that, and when you are really have that in your fingers, then you can start with other fills. You can make them, of course, of yourself, simply by using what I use in the tab. Simply it's the same, but in a different right hand mode, let's say. Or, but the very fast run like that. Although it seems faster than it is, because you're using an open string. You have time to move to the first fret, second string here. That was the second variation. And the third variation is, which is, well, also a very typical Blake run. And you can hear in the performance how I really do that. I also do sometimes variations in for bar 12. You can do a sort of, I didn't do it in the performance, but sometimes I do it. Or a variation for the bars 15, 16. I didn't use it anyway. It's the same as a variation for the turnaround. Okay, then we have two very interesting solos. And the first solo is exactly what Blake plays. And he uses a lot of bass runs here. So let's start with that. First solo. That's simply your F chords. And notice the muting. I don't do that. And sometimes, like in classical music, I didn't do it in a performance, but sometimes I do it when I, well, just play it. The hair, it's not a pinch, but it's almost a triplet. A little rest there. And I didn't play that first fret, first string there. I just kept it. A sharp there, just like you just moved up. I grab it like this, but you can do it with a bar. And then we go to an F. Okay, let's play the first 6 bars once more. Let it rain. And notice that with in the performance you can hear that very clearly. Here everything is a bit on the beat. I usually let the first beat of the bass notes ring longer. suggest learn it first as it is written out, and then when you have that in your fingers and head especially, then you can fool around with it and play some bass notes a bit earlier or somewhat later, and that gives it a nice twist. Otherwise it's a bit too squarish. But we're moving around with our third finger for the bass strings. So we have that bass string in the 8 bar. And then our F chord. Flat chord, and here I'm using also the B flat 7. I'm simply using my third finger and my pinky because it's just under the fingers if you do it. You can of course use other fingers, whatever works again, and listen to the end result. If it works, do it. So D7 and walking into the G7 chord and walking into the C7 chord, and then you change to the F, and then a turn around, also very muted. So that was the first solo. Then the second solo, adjust my papers a little bit. The second solo, well, is not Blake's, but is what John Miller plays on his out-of-print recording, which he recorded when he was about 17 years old, I believe. On the Blue Goose label, he does a nice version of this song. And this is his solo. It's also a variation of what Blake plays. So let's review it from the start. We have an F chord. In the performance I added a triplet there. Just one note more on the first string, first fret. And there's a real cool bend there. And I use my 2 fingers to do that bend. It makes things easier. And here also, short bend. Notice also that I'm not really playing on the beat there. D7 and walking into the G7 chord. Notice also the muting. That's muted. And that's a C7. It's your C7, but the pinky goes on the 3rd string and the 3rd finger goes on the 3rd string, 3rd fret. But Gary Davis uses this chord a lot. Like that with his thumb wrapped over. So, where were we? Let's start from the beginning again. moved up to the 4th fret and 6th. Quite a fast turnaround there, but and I didn't do it in the performance video. I forgot it. Yeah, those things happen. So we were at the C7, F. Keep your F position, the partial chord, and then B flat, and then you move the whole chord up. 4th fret. Again the pinkies covering strings 2, 3 and 4. You can also use your 3rd finger if that's more convenient for you. Try it with the pinky, and well, try it more than once of course, because eventually if you can develop your pinky to let's say a fully fledged finger, then well, that's let's say a strong weapon to play the guitar if you have a good pinky. So you don't have to push that hard, forget it. D7, and then a D chord moved up, so we have an F, and then you change chords, sorry, like that is the D7 moved up, and then that's stretched, and then our F. Alright, then we have an end tag, while we sing that, and instead of, we're going, and then an F, and an F6, so again that end tag. That was it for doing a stretch. If you like what you heard, well, thumb me up and subscribe so you can you can hear automatically while you're notified of my new stuff. So give it a try and play in F. Amaze your friends by playing in the key of F. So they will say, hey, what kind of key is that? The key of F. Don't you play in the key of F? Yeah. There we are. Okay, have fun with it.